Okay, so we're going to set up one of our quadrats. This quadrat is a square piece of land that we're going to survey the plants that are in there. The important part about surveying is to make it unbiased. So you don't want to look at a habitat and say, "Ooh, I'm going to survey the parts where the pretty plants are." Go straight to the thistles or straight to the colorful flowers or something. You want to decide ahead of time what you're going to survey, where you're going to survey. So one way to do that is to look at a map and maybe grid out some different areas ahead of time and try to find those areas once you're on the ground. You can do a transect, which is a point from one to another, and survey points along that transect. Another way, just what I usually do when students are in the field, is we do a form of randomizing. Again, just trying not to make it so that we choose where we're going to survey based on what looks nice. So I can do, one way I like to do it, you just choose a couple of numbers. I'm going to choose number of steps to go in a direction, and I guess when I have students help me do this, I spin around and they tell me when to stop. So I'm gonna, I don't know, spin around until I count to 5, and then I'm gonna walk 5 steps in some direction, and we'll call that randomized. So close my eyes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I found a place that I didn't expect to get here, but here I am. And I'll use this as a corner of my quadrat. You might have some experience doing quadrats with flags at the corners. I find when I'm working in the prairie that having something that's nice and bright that I can see from a distance is helpful. So I've got these PVC poles with sharpened ends, and I'm going to do a 10 meter by 10 meter quadrat. Another standard is 1 meter by 1 meter. This one tends to work out pretty well. So let's say from this point I could decide ahead of time that I was going to make this the point of a square that follows the cardinal direction, so north, south, east, west from here. I'm going to do 10 meters, and I've got a step that's about 1 meter long, so that's easier for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the advantage of getting a big 10 by 10 meter spot is I can get a little bit more representative survey. Should be able to do fewer of these. A lot of people prefer the 1 meter by 1 meter because they can maybe collect data a little bit faster on those. This takes a little bit more time to survey everybody that's in here. So I'll give you a little bit of walkthrough of what we're going to find in here and estimates of their abundance, and then we can turn that into some data you analyze.